The White House on Tuesday moving to ban travel from nationals from 5 new countries while imposing limits on others. Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, South Sudan, and Syria all face full restrictions and entry limitations, and there are similar restrictions targeting those holding travel documents issued by the Palestinian Authority, which is the political entity that controls parts of the Israeli West Bank and used to control Gaza. Meanwhile, the press secretary today defending the White House chief of staff amid a profile done on her in Vanity Fair, calling it a hit piece.
This is, unfortunately, another example of disingenuous reporting.
Also, President Trump's legal team on Monday night filing a $10 billion lawsuit against the BBC, alleging defamation in a news special that aired last year. The BBC edited Trump's January 6th speech, taking 2 parts nearly an hour apart and splicing them together, suggesting that he incited violence. The piece aired just prior to the 2024 election. Here's the original version.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
And here's the BBC's edit.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
The BBC's CEO and director resigned after President Trump vowed to sue in November, and the chair apologized for the edit, calling it misleading and a mistake, but rejected claims of bias in the reporting. Trump settled cases with ABC, which paid his presidential library $15 million to settle a defamation case, and CBS paid Trump $16 million to settle a case over election interference with its editing of an interview with former Vice President Kamala Harris. Meanwhile, Vice President J.D. Vance rallied in Pennsylvania on Tuesday, speaking on the state of the economy and the administration's aim to lower prices.
If you look at every single affordability crisis that we talk about in the United States of America today, it's because we inherited a nightmare of an economy from Joe Biden. The highest peacetime debt and deficits in the history of the United States of America. That blows the door off inflation.
This comes just 1 week after President Trump made a visit to Pennsylvania to speak to supporters in the Poconos about affordability. And Trump's heading to North Carolina on Friday, holding a similar rally with more scheduled ahead of next year's midterm elections. President Trump is also scheduled to give a national address on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
He's going to talk a lot about the accomplishments over the past 11 months, all that he's done to bring our country back to greatness, and all he continues to plan to do to continue delivering for the American people over the next 3 years.
And the president will travel to Dover Air Force Base to welcome back the 2 fallen soldiers from Syria on Wednesday. Reporting from the White House, Jack Bradley, NTD News.